Hey folks, Joe with JC Baseball Collector here, coming back at you with another Mail Day video. It's been about 6 weeks since the last time I did a Mail Day. Obviously, I had a lot of stuff for that one. I think I called it a Mail Day Marathon or Monster Mail Day or something along those lines. And obviously, this here as well is going to be 6 weeks worth of accumulation of various pickups, either online, trades with folks, maybe pickups in the LCS. I can't remember if I have any of those, but probably not many. But without further ado, why don't I get into it? Because I have quite a bit to show off to you guys today, and I hope you enjoy, enjoy all my pickups, and definitely let me know down in the comments what some of your favorites were, and any interesting stuff that you guys have picked up in the in the recent weeks or months. All right, first little stack here I have is just some various stuff for the PC, nothing too crazy. I picked up a few just assorted Cal Ripkins. This was a pretty cool one. I think this one was from 96. I believe this is 96 finest. It even has the the coating still on there, so I know my buddy Vinny is going to love that. So that's a sweet Cal. Here's a just some top stuff. This is an 85. Yeah, 85 tops Ripken, an 83 tops Ripken. This is a 79 Reggie Jackson that I picked up. So I think anything kind of considered before 1981 is often considered vintage, or at least like pre-modern. So that was a cool one where he's in his Yankee uniform. I also snagged a finest flashbacks from this past year of Aaron Judge. So 2022 finest flashbacks, really nice looking card right there. Didn't have that one for the Judge collection yet. And then this was a pretty sweet pickup. I thought I've included this in kind of my assorted pile because I have a number of different like little themes here of stuff. But this one was a Bob Gibson autograph. This is out of Fleer 2000 Fleer Greats of the Game. So this was one of the baseball cardpedia sets of the month a number of months ago when I was kind of on brief hiatus from the hobby. I was kind of looking back at some of the sets of the month that they had on the site, and I was doing a little research on this one, and I happened to see this Bob Gibson pop up on eBay, and he was one of the Hall of Fame autos that I don't have yet. So it was really sweet to add a Hall of Fame autograph of one of the all-time great pitchers into the collection. All right, next up, I'm going to show off some of my non-baseball. You may remember from my last Mail Day video, if you guys happen to watch that one, that I'm trying to do a little bit of dabbling in non-baseball, kind of like key rookie cards, primarily from the other major sports. I showed it off in my SGC video. I picked up the Tiger Woods golf rookie from Upper Deck. Mainly basketball and football right now. I'll probably end up dabbling in hockey at some point, maybe some other random stuff depending on what comes across my desk, if you will. But here's some of the stuff that I picked up. I picked up a nice J.J. Watt Topps rookie card. I somehow ended up with two of these Allen Iverson Upper Deck Collector's Choice rookies. I think what happened was like one of them was part of an order that never showed up, and so I picked up another one for like $1 or something because I did just want the card, and then it ended up that the order that seemed to be lost in transit actually did appear. So I have two of those. I'll probably get rid of one or try to send one off to a Sixers fan if I could find one. We got the Andrew Luck Topps rookie card. So obviously a guy who didn't quite live up to his potential just because of injuries and things derailed his career. I think would he have a major neck injury or something that just ended his career early. But this guy could have been an all-time great quarterback. Obviously the heir apparent to Peyton Manning there with the Colts. Got this Favre rookie from Fleer Ultra. Obviously not everyone's favorite guy right now. He's going through some stuff, and I'm not quite sure what the actual true story is or how that thing is going to shake out, but he is one of the all-time great quarterbacks, so I picked that one up where he's still with the Falcons, obviously before he went to the Packers. Got a little Yao Ming action, a little Yao Ming rookie card from Topps. So that was a pretty cool one. What year is this? When did Yao come to the league? Yeah, 2001, 2002, so long ago. Really hard to believe how long ago Yao first came into the NBA. Snagged this guy right here, a Stadium Club of Marshall Faulk. So Marshall Faulk was one of my all-time favorite players. He's really the guy who got me into football. I never really cared about football that much as a kid. I was always a baseball guy, and then I kind of got into fantasy football for the first time when I was, maybe around 12 or so. And Marshall Faulk was like the guy, like that St. Louis Rams team, the greatest show on turf with Faulk and Kurt Warner and Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce and all those guys, Azakim, all those guys. Like, it made me love football. I actually kind of rooted for the Rams for a few years there before picking up the Jets alongside some of my high school friends, something I'll never forgive them for, obviously. making me into a Jets fan. But I always loved Marshall Faulk because he was just the guy. He was completely dominant, for those years. And the last one I have here is Darrelle Revis, rookie card from Topps. So Revis obviously recently inducted into the Hall of Fame, one of the all-time great Jets, one of the all-time great cornerbacks. I loved Revis during his time, with the Jets, my team. Um, Obviously, he had his, that brief stint with the Patriots. I think he might have went to the Bucks or somewhere else for a period of time too. But I think he ended up coming back to the Jets briefly at the end of his career. But always loved Revis. Revis Island was just completely unstoppable. Um, Loved that guy. So pretty solid pickups here. I would say what is there? 2, 4, 6, 6 or 7 or 8 different non-baseball rookie cards to add to the collection. So I'm trying to do 3 to 5 a month. It's not something I'm spending a ton of time or resources on, but just something I thought was interesting nonetheless. All right, so another little side project that I'm working on that I just recently decided just kind of randomly to try to do is I'm from Central New Jersey. I went to a high school called Christian Brothers Academy in Lincroft, New Jersey. They're a big sports school. Great academics, but they also have just dominant sports, including the baseball program, which was tremendous for years and years and years. And they play in a conference called the Shore Conference here in New Jersey. So that's all of these, teams that are kind of in these towns down near the Jersey Shore. So something I decided to start doing was picking up as many cards as I possibly could from guys from my high school, Christian Brothers Academy, we call it CBA, who, got drafted, made a run through the minors, made it to the bigs, whatever it might be. Not guys, who necessarily were the years that I was in school, but just any of them. There wasn't a whole ton of them. None of them have had super big careers or anything like that. So their cards are, kind of few and far between, but fairly accessible, fairly, affordable. So something I want to do is pick up cards from those guys, and then also, any cards from those guys, and I'll get into some of them here. I have a little stack, and then also autographs, any autograph cards that I could find of players who came out of the Shore Conference at large. So non-CBA players, guys who went to the other schools in the conference, just as kind of like a nostalgia thing, remembering back to the high school, the great high school days, blah, blah, right? So some of the big guys who come out of the Shore Conference were like Todd Frazier. He played down at Toms River. Al Leiter's actually from that area as well. I'm trying to remember. David DeJesus is from Manalapan High School. You might remember him from kind of like the mid-2000s. There's a number of them. I'm sure there's a couple other big names I'm missing. Brad Brock had a decent career as a reliever. I played actually with his brother Brett for a number of years. And then trying to remember, there's probably one or two other kind of like pretty notable ones. Jay Groom, who's in the Padres system now and is actually making some noise in their system as a starting pitcher. He was a first-round pick. He was from down the shore as well. So that's something I'm going to start working on. So let me show you what I've got here. This one is a Jeff Frazier autograph, actually from Elite Extra Edition. Jeff Frazier is Todd's brother. As you can see here, he was a pick with the Tigers, so that's pretty cool. We got Val Majewski. He was from Freehold Township High School, so I played with some guys who played with him. He's a bit older than me, but I picked up a couple of his autographs. You can see here. It's a blue ink and a red ink auto. I don't think the red ink is numbered or anything, but I do think it was a bit more rare. So this was out of Bowman in, 2003. So yeah, I graduated high school in 2006. So he was certainly a bit older than me if he was already kind of, making his way through the Orioles system. I think he was a pretty well-regarded prospect who never really panned out, but he was from the area. Anthony Renato, who pitched for, oh man, I'm trying to remember who he pitched for in the area. I think he might have pitched for St. Rose High School, which is another of the Catholic high schools down by the shore. And then he had a really nice career at, I believe it was LSU. So he was a big one. Anthony DeSclafani, who's in the major leagues right now, is another big one. I think he pitched for Florida. But he's now in the major leagues. I think he's bounced around from a number of teams. The Giants was most notable. Might be where he is now. But Renato, he didn't have a huge major league career. He's big, tall guy, threw hard, really good pitcher in this area, but I don't think he ever really panned out as a major leaguer, but he had a really nice career around here, and then obviously with LSU. So those were a few of the autos I picked up of kind of non-CBA guys, and then just some of the stuff that I snagged as far as guys from my high school. Guys from my high school go. You're going to see a lot of stuff from like Elite Extra Edition or Stars and Stripes, stuff like that. So like this guy right here, Brandon Mortarano. He was a bit younger than me. Obviously, you can see how young he is in this picture, and this is probably from 2013. So he was only 15 or so in this one. So he's obviously a bit younger than me. So I got one of his patch cards. We got this guy Gianluca Delatri. This one was from 2018. So this is probably like the most recent guy. I think he's currently in, I forget whose farm system. His career might be over, but I think he was drafted. He was pretty solid pitcher, if I'm not mistaken, for the academy. Jimmy Yacobonis. Some folks might remember him. He had a cup of coffee with the Orioles. This was a pretty cool card. I had never seen this one. I've seen the card before, but I've never seen like this parallel ever in any card, I don't think, from 2019 Topps. So it's numbered to 162. It's some sort of like foil board, maybe from the complete set, I believe. Here's another guy, Lou Santangelo. He was also out of Christian Brothers Academy. This is his first Bowman X-Fractor. I think they numbered these X-Fractor back then. Yeah, to 150 to 250. So this is Lou Santangelo's to 250. He was a catcher in the Astros system. He was a few years ahead of me as well. I actually graduated with his brother, who was a basketball player and a volleyball player. So definitely a very athletic family there. The next, I'll get this off to the side here. One sec. The next is Pat Light. Some people might remember Pat Light or know Pat Light from his time hanging out with some of the dudes from Barstool. So he had a very brief major league career. He was a pretty high draft pick. I think he was a first-round draft pick out of Monmouth. He did get drafted out of high school. He had a really dominant senior year. Decided he wanted to go to Monmouth. Then got drafted out of there, I think, as a first-rounder. He never quite panned out. He has pretty bad major league numbers. Very brief stint in the major leagues. And then he got involved with some of the guys from Barstool and was doing some stuff there, which was pretty cool. And then now I think he has his own consulting company or something along those lines. I actually graduated with his brother, who was also a basketball player, and is now a strength and conditioning guy for professional athletes. So these were some of the cool ones. I bought a whole bunch of them. I have a whole stack of them over here to the left side of stuff I picked up of these guys. But I wanted to show some of the cooler stuff or lower numbered stuff. So you see this mini numbered to 25. We got a Leaf draft autograph of Mr. Pat Light. We got this Leaf Valiant autograph, which I thought was just like really, really cool and sharp looking, numbered to 99 of him. A red parallel from Bowman, numbered to 25, so a nice red parallel from Bowman of his. His first Bowman Chrome auto, which is really cool to have. I actually texted a picture of this one to my buddy because we both know his brother, and I was like, and he knows I'm a collector. And he's like, yeah, you're going to single-handedly like move the market on Pat Light with all these pickups. And then a Bowman Sterling autograph of his, a blue. I think this might just be how it looks. I don't think it's a blue, but no numbering on that. So pretty cool there. Move some of this stuff over. Another guy that I picked up a number of things for, I actually picked a bunch of this guy up, is this guy right here, Tony Giartano. He's actually from my hometown. He graduated from my high school a number of years before I was there. I can't remember exactly what year he graduated. I think he's 6 years older than me, maybe. So he had a cup of coffee with the Tigers. He had a really successful minor league career. I think he was like a 300 hitter in the minor leagues, and then he just like kind of never really made it at the major league level. I don't know if he got derailed by injuries or he just was unsuccessful. But he had a really brief cup of coffee with the Tigers in like 05-06 period. So I picked up some of his stuff. This is a set that I've never even heard of and don't really see anywhere anymore. It's called Just Minors. It's an autograph. Then it was cool just because like a lot of his stuff was from that like 04, 05, 06 range of just like years. Obviously I wasn't in the hobby, so it was just like sets and cards that were just like very different and things that I haven't seen in years, like this Upper Deck set, low number to 50. This one is called Origins Baseball. This is another Upper Deck set, the Old Judge Origins Baseball. This is one number to 20, a parallel. Another Upper Deck update, a prospect card number to 25. Another one of these Origins Young Stars, another one numbered to 20. I think these like bronze borders in that Upper Deck set are numbered to 20. And then I had his first his Topps Chrome rookie autograph. So I'm a big Topps Chrome rookie autograph collector in general, at least dating back to when I first got into the hobby. So it's cool to have his from back in 2005. All right, and the last guy I have here is someone I'm a big fan of. I knew him a little bit from he was also older than me, but I knew him a little bit from our kind of like summer ball baseball playing after he was done with pro ball. I was trying to recruit him to play some men's league baseball with us in the summertime, just if he was interested in kind of keeping himself in baseball shape. He actually came back and was the athletic director of Christian Brothers Academy for a little while before leaving to take on another career in medical sales or something. But one of the like really nice, great guys. I got to know him very briefly. That's Vito Chevroletti. So he was a really, really solid player. He played for Richmond Spiders in college, and he was just an absolute dominant hitter. Had a nice minor league career, and again, a guy who just like couldn't quite make it over the hump into the majors. So we got this really cool card from Pristine, low numbered to 41. We got a Pristine autograph. Got a nice first year Bowman Chrome gold, numbered to 50. So his first year Bowman Chrome. We got a Bowman's Best Auto. We got another Bowman's Best Auto where he's on there with Tim Stauffer. People might remember Tim Stauffer. He had not a great major league career, but he was a guy who made it into the majors, pitched a few years for the Padres there. We got his Topps Finest autograph, so his first year Finest Auto. And then I thought this Finest Auto was pretty sweet. I don't know if this person just put this in this case or if this kind of card was encased like this. I'm going to have to look it up, but this really cool looking, some sort of gold refractor Finest Auto, numbered to 130, I think that says. So anyway, this is something that's more like personal to me. People are probably like, who the heck are these guys? Like, why do I care about this? But I think that it's pretty cool. I thought it was a cool little project. It's just something to work on the side, not something I'm going to spend a ton of time with. Maybe, I bought a whole bunch because I got this idea in my head, and then I just like bought a whole bunch of these like all in one fell swoop. And I'll probably kind of like chip away at it when I see like a cool autograph or low numbered card or something like that of one of these guys when I'm just kind of like randomly scrolling through eBay. But next up, I got a few other stacks here to get through. I'm going to try to keep this under 30 minutes. But I always love, you guys know how I love to talk, and I just love showing off all my stuff for Mailday. But this next stack is going to be kind of shout outs for folks that I made deals with or bought stuff off of or whatever out of various Facebook groups and elsewhere. These first two, excuse me, are a couple of Jorge Posada rookie cards. So this guy, Dan Midkiff, who is in the LSU Maniac Facebook group, I believe, said he was watching one of my videos. He heard me mention that I was a big Posada fan growing up, which I was, as a catcher, as a Yankee fan, as a kid. And I didn't really have any of his early cards or rookie cards for just whatever reason. I don't know if it was just years that I just never happened to pick them up. I mean, I recognize these sets. These are definitely years that I was collecting as a kid. I just never had them. And he goes, I heard you say that, and I just wanted to send it to you as like a little surprise. And I really appreciate that, Dan, because this was really cool to finally get a little Posada rookie collection going. Next, I just wanted to show off this Spencer Torkelson refractor from Bowman's Best. Got this off of Pat Alcorn. Sorry if I'm messing that last name up, Pat. We made a quick deal. He actually got this in a break. I'm a semi-Torkelson collector. He is off to another slow start this year. I'm hoping he gets his stuff together, but I do like Torkelson, so I was trying to snag some of his stuff in the off-season, and he pulled this in a break on the Professor Collector page. Messaged him about it, and we were actually trying to work a deal for a Max Scherzer short print from 2022 Topps Update that he was trying to put the full set of short prints from that set together. So we just swapped those two cards. We were able to make ourselves a nice deal, which was nice. Next stack was from a little buddy of mine, Mike Vivona, also from the Professor Collector group. He ran a Raz, which I happened to win. I think the buy-in was like, only a few bucks. For all this Derek Jeter stuff, and I think some of the stuff towards the end here, I believe this is also from Mike towards the end here. He might have just thrown in because they weren't listed as part of the picture. But you have the 92 Classics Jeter rookie. This was the main draw, obviously, of the Raz. I don't know if I had this one already in my Jeter box, but a very cool rookie nonetheless. Classic is still around in some capacity with Panini, I think. Not obviously the exact same, but obviously you have Jeter here in some sort of, I don't know, that's a minor league. That might be his high school uniform. Is that Kalamazoo something or other, the KC? But very cool. Then you have this old Anthony Volpe, who's now playing up with the Yankees, struggling a little bit, but broke camp with the team. Looks like a really, really solid future for this kid. A nice mojo of him. Then just some other kind of like random Jeter stuff. A die cut. Jeter from Topps 2000. I must have a million of that one. I love that card. Of him making the throw on the run. We got a nice Prism. I think this is the first year of Prism. 2013. Yeah, 2013 Prism. I think this is the very first year that they did baseball Prism. And then just some other stuff. Fleer. We got this nice Judge from the 582 Montgomery set. Gleyber Torres rookie card, Class 2 from Gold Label, very cool. And then a Bucky Dent autograph. So if this stuff at the end here, these last three didn't come from Mike, I apologize. If anyone's watching this video who did send me these and it was from you and I just got this totally wrong, I apologize that I'm attributing it to Mike and not you, but if you do, please comment down below that you sent me this, because I do think that they were just things that Mike might have thrown into that package. So, but very cool to have a Bucky Bleepin' Dent autograph. I might have one other Bucky Dent auto in my collection. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to check that. All right, next up was a deal for some rookies I did with Shayna, also from the Professor Collector group. Um, this O'Neal Cruz was one she just happened to throw in. It wasn't even a centerpiece of the deal. She threw in a bunch of other kind of random rookies too. There's just too many I thought to go through because, but she really juiced up the package, which was really nice. So thank you for doing that. But primarily, I was buying a lot of Wander Franco's off of her, who was off to a super hot start. I thought he was a great buy in the offseason. Even before the year, I thought he was going to have himself a big year if he could just stay healthy. And so far, he's on that track. So we had this one from Limited. We had the Cosmic Chrome rookie, which is just so sweet looking. I mean, the background, the colors are just, match the uniform. Like, this is such a good looking card. We had the Phoenix. I think this is a Panini Phoenix rookie. A nice Bowman Platinum rookie. And then this Obsidian rookie. So a really nice lot. I think she sold it to me well below comps, honestly, and it was a really great deal. And she's a great person to deal with. So anyone who's part of that Professor Collector group or any of our other Facebook groups there, I definitely would recommend dealing with Shayna. She is awesome. Next one, got to call out my boy Vinny Tricarico, the man, the myth, the legend from Professor Collector. He's also kind of one of our lead guys in the New York Yankees collectibles group. And I bought this Goose Gossage finest auto refractor off of him for my Hall of Fame collection. It helps that it's that he's in a Yankee uniform too, because that's right in hits me right into the PC. So thank you very much for this one, Vinny. Next up is a fellow YouTuber, a deal I made. It's going to be Robert Trong of Late Night Breaks. You may know Rob from his YouTube channel. I'll definitely link it down in the description below, so you guys can head over to his channel if you haven't seen it. But I sent Rob. Rob is a Astros fan because he's a local Houston guy, and he's also a Brewers fan, another team he just happened to pick up. And I traded him, or I sent him, it was actually a cash deal at first, a Jackson Churio first Bowman purple parallel, so numbered to 250. Churio is obviously a super hot prospect right now. So I sent that his way. We made a deal, and then we decided to split the deal, half cash and half the last card in here, and he actually threw some nice throw-ins into the deal. So we had this nice Doc Gooden, which I believe was numbered to 150. Yeah, so this is a Doc Gooden insert from the time that Gooden threw a no-hitter with the Yanks with a 150 stamp. We got the Giancarlo Stanton short print from 2020. A nice Anthony Volpe camo. I don't think I had that Volpe camo. So that's a really nice one to add to the Yankees and Volpe collection. This really cool Gleyber Torres Mother's Day parallel, low number to 50. So his second year card, you see his rookie cup on there, the All-Star Game insignia, and it's low numbered to 50. So really sweet to have that one. Gleyber's also been off to a super hot start. Guy's on a tear. And then the Mac Daddy of the trade was this Finest Moments gold, numbered to 50, Reggie Jackson autograph. In his Yankee uniform, not in his A's uniform, not in any of the other teams that he played for uniform, in his Yankees uniform, one that Rob knew I coveted since I saw that he pulled it, and we were able to make a nice deal here for the Churio, and then it was this card and some cash. So really nice deal to make with Rob. He's definitely become one of my good buddies in this hobbies in our fantasy baseball league. And he's just an all-around great guy. So definitely check out his channel, which I will link in the description below. All right, next up, I just have a fat stack here of assorted rookies that I picked up. So I'll just run through this really quickly. These are all baseball rookies. Run through this quickly. We got a Clark Schmidt first Bowman and his first Bowman Chrome. He's been off to a little bit of a clunky start, but he is in the Yankees rotation for now. We got the Joe Adele first Bowman paper. That I was open. I picked a bunch of these up off of the same guy who was selling a bunch of stuff. I don't know what I was chasing. It was after like one thing that he had, and I saw he had this big store, and I just started adding stuff to my card and sending in offers, and he was accepting them. So I bought a whole bunch of stuff off him that I just didn't have in my collection at all. But Adele's been, I think, off to a really nice start in the minor leagues this year, so maybe he can finally figure it out and get back with the Angels. We got the Ryan Mountcastle Bowman Chrome, first Bowman Chrome, don't have that one. Matt Chapman, first Bowman Chrome. I think I had the paper, but I didn't have the Chrome, so I picked up that for like $1. We got some Giancarlo Stanton stuff back when he was known as Mike Stanton to add to the Yankees collection, even though he's in his Marlins uni here. Got the Bowman Platinum, and then the Bowman Chrome, all his rookie cards. Got a nice little Kyle Tucker first Bowman paper. We got the Corey Seager and Alex Bregman first Bowmans for the Team USA. I think this was the 18U Team USA from, what year is this from, 13? 2010, wow, really going back. 2010 Bowman. Snagged this Nick Solak for like $1 just because he was in his Yankee uniform. Obviously he hasn't amounted to much in the majors, but he was an early Yankee pick, so I snagged him. Got the very nice Adley Rushman first Bowman paper. Never pulled an Adley, his paper or his chrome. Still chasing the chrome, but I was able to snag the paper. I got the Kelenic first Bowman paper. He's off to another slow start this year, even though he had himself a monster spring. Really hoping he can figure it out. We got the Alec Bowman Chrome. First Bowman Chromes of Dylan Carlson, or paper and a chrome of Dylan Carlson. The Andrew Vaughn first Bowman paper, another one that I don't think I ever had. I actually just recently pulled his first Bowman Chrome Refractor, one I definitely didn't have. Tyler Stevenson, guy I like a lot, definitely could hit the ball quite a bit. First Bowman. A couple of Yu Darvishes, got his Topps rookie debut, got his regular Bowman rookie, and then got his Bowman Chrome rookie. Got the Luis Severino Bowman rookie, and then a couple of first Bowmans of Rafi Devers, so the paper and the chrome. So a bunch of stuff penny sleeve there, and then just some other assorted rookies. We got the Wander Franco, Allen and Ginter. I got this Topps Chrome Black of Spencer Torkelson. Got a Luis Robert Chrome. Actually, funny enough, I think I have, here's 2 papers of Luis Robert. I actually bought a paper because I thought he was well priced in the offseason. I thought he was very undervalued, and he's off to himself to a tear. He's off to a really nice start, which I'm happy to see. He just needs to stay healthy. I actually bought a paper and a chrome, and the guy, I actually got sent another paper. So I messaged the guy, and he sent the chrome straight away, which was great. So no issue there. So I got now 2 papers. He said I'll just keep it, and then a chrome. I got an Earl Hershiser 1985 rookie card. So I don't know, even this might have been in one of those guys I was just doing like a bunch of stuff from, and I saw this on there. It was $1 or $2 or whatever it was, and thought that was an interesting one to add. This Chipper Jones rookie from Fleer Ultra. So that's going to be from 93 or 94. I know his rookies are like officially in 91 or something, but it says rookie. It's his first Fleer card, so I thought that was interesting. Got this nice Jacob deGrom first Bowman. So really nice one there. Definitely from a year that I wasn't collecting. And I'm a big fan of deGrom, so I was glad to pick that one up. Got a nice first Bowman of Francisco Lindor. Team USA as well. So that one is from 2010. So a nice Team USA Francisco Lindor in the chrome. And then I snagged this Jose Fernandez. I was picking up a chrome auto for my rookie auto set, and the guy had this Jose Fernandez for a couple of bucks, and it's actually an uncorrected error. You could see there he's a Marlin, but he's got a little Seattle Mariners symbol there on the card. Obviously doesn't make it any like super valuable or anything, but Jose Fernandez, he's probably an interesting character now. A lot of people love him. He was supposed to have this great career, and then obviously some things came out after that boating accident that he may have been under the influence or whatever, and he kind of caused some of it. So definitely interesting legacy for him, but he was a great pitcher and a cool guy to have a rookie card of in the PC nonetheless. All right, next I'm going to show off some slabs. You know me, I love it. I love my SGC. I'm building out that SGC collection, and I've been picking up some slabs, primarily stuff that I'm either working on projects of or just stuff that I've seen that looked intriguing for $20 or less. So one of those was this DJ LeMahieu rookie card in a 9.5. So his update rookie from 2011. Obviously, 2011 Topps update being a monster set. But LeMahieu's a Yankee. He's a guy I like. I think I got this for like $11 or something. It was incredibly cheap. The price that I got this for, compared to the price of to grade a card. So I snagged that. I thought that was a good price. I've also picked up a Wander in a 9.5. I almost sent this card in as part of my submission, the same exact paper card, but I decided to pull it back and add an additional vintage card. I forget which one. It might have been that Mickey Mantle checklist or something. And I'm looking at the clock here. I'm obviously not going to come in under 30 minutes. Surprise, surprise. But this was an interesting one, and I'm high on Wander, so I wanted to add something of his into the collection. Next, I have 3 Adley Rushman cards from Series 1. I'm trying to do as much of a run on his Series 1 cards and SGC slabs as I can. I sent a bunch off on my own, and I'm going to try to pick up as many as I can, and either send off to grade or just pick up graded. You know, the tough ones will obviously be any of the autographs. I don't know if I'll do that. The gold numbered to 2023. That one's probably pretty expensive. But I do have here the 88, just regular insert in a 9. This 2022 greatest hits in a 9.5. And then the Stars of the MLB Chrome, which I do think they did a good job with this year. I think they look pretty sharp in a Gem Mint 10. I sent off the regular Stars of the MLB non-chrome in my order. So I'll have a bunch of Adley stuff in the collection going forward, which will be pretty cool. And then next here, I just have 2 Topps Finest Ken Griffey Jr. cards. So the very first SGC card I ever picked up, if you remember back to my SGC video for anyone who watched, was the 1993 Finest Griffey in a 7.5. It's the first SGC slab I ever picked up. I absolutely loved the way it looked. Decided randomly, I saw this one on there for like I forget what the price was, but it was just really good. And the 94, and I snagged it. And then I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the run of Ken Griffey Jr. Finest cards in SGC slabs. So from 93 to 2010 when he retired, I'm going to try to pick up every single one or pick them up raw and send them in to be graded and put that entire set together in SGC slabs, you know, kind of regardless of grade. You know, ideally I do everything 7.5 or higher because 7.5 is what I got the 93 in. Ideally everything 7.5 or higher, but I thought that was going to be a really cool run. I actually just tonight picked up pretty sharp one from 96, which I'll show off on my next Mailday video, but that will definitely be in a future SGC submission. All right, so those are my SGC slabs to show off. And last but not least, you just know we had to do some Topps Chrome rookie autographs. This is definitely last but not least, because what I have at the end of this stack is pretty phenomenal. It was definitely some big pickups from this set. So this is the 2022 Topps Chrome Rookie Auto Set. I'm probably pushing 75% of the way done at this point. You know, I'm pretty close to the end, and as you'll see here, I made some of the big ones. So we had the Connor Wong. I had a Josh Lowe in the refractor, so I don't think Josh Lowe had a base. I think he only had a refractor and other numbered cards. So Josh Lowe from the Rays. We had the Gabriel Arias rookie, Helio Ramos, Ernie Clement auto. We have the Joe Barlow. This is in the Aqua Wave, or I think it's called Aqua Wave. So like I said, a lot of these guys in 2022 I noticed did not have base autos. They only had these parallel autos, which is fine when they're kind of a lower named guy like this. When it's Julio and all he has is cards numbered to 250 and lower, it makes that one very hard to pick up. You got Aaron Ashby. This is a nice one here. Cal Raleigh. This was a redemption, which the person had already redeemed, which was great. Saved me the trouble. So that was a nice one. Rodolfo Castro. We had Jackson Coar in a true purple. That's going to be numbered to 250. So Jackson Coar from the Royals in a purple. Josiah Gray. Yeah, Josiah Gray. Eli Morgan here. Jake Myers was the last one. And then now we're going to get into some of the heavy hitters. Here, we've got the Spencer Torkelson Redemption. I have not redeemed it yet. As you can see, it's unscratched. But a Spencer Torkelson Redemption. His are kind of hard to come by. I think they're a little overpriced for where he's at right now. But I was able to get the redemption at a really nice price. And I don't mind, obviously, waiting since it's something for the PC. You know, time is not necessarily of the essence where I'm trying to, you know, get it back and get it graded and get it sold and, you know, try to make a buck. So time is not of the essence. I'll definitely be getting that redemption in. Then we have the Bobby Witt Jr. Very nice card here. I was trying to make a deal with a guy. It's not perfectly centered. There is one little scratch and imperfection on the right side here. But I was trying to make a deal with another guy, and his was just like horribly scratched, and he just like wasn't coming down on his price. It had a number of imperfections. You know, I consulted a couple of the guys on Facebook of just like what they thought, and they were like, you shouldn't pay more than 60% of like a normal comp on that, and he just like wasn't willing to come down. I was, you know, trying to save a couple bucks, and I was like, you know what, I'll just go for the kind of like nicer, better shape one, even though it's going to cost me a little bit more. So some of the scratching you see is the top loader, but there's like one little one little thing over here, but otherwise this is in a really nice shape, and obviously it's one of the big time names from that set. Next, it's another one. It's the guy we were just talking about. It's Wander Franco, who's off to an absolute tear of a start. The auto could be a little bit better. It's a little wispy. Pens seem to be running out on him a little bit. But it's a really nice base auto. He was the first of the biggies that I picked up. It's the first time I ever dealt with the eBay authentication. Definitely takes a little while. I guess it's nice, and that little portfolio they sent it in is pretty nice, but it definitely takes the card quite a while to get into your hands. But this one looks pretty well centered to me. I haven't actually popped it out of here to really see if the surface is like super perfect, but I think it's in like pretty good shape as far as I can tell. I don't think that is a card in perfection, that little dot right there. I don't believe it is anyway, but this card's in really nice shape in my opinion. And then the last one is an O'Neal Cruz True Blue, numbered to 150. Obviously the only knock here is it's quite off center, left to right. Look how fat this left side is. I actually didn't realize it until the very last second when I was about to bid, and I was just like, you know what, the price is right. Again, it's a PC thing. I collect these auto sets. Like, he's another guy who didn't have base autos, so his stuff was a little bit more expensive because he only had much lower numbered autographs in this set. For whatever reason, I don't know if he just didn't sign them or they didn't have him sign them or what it was, but it's just something that I'm going to hold on to kind of into the future. And obviously, if the guy ends up having a really nice career like a lot of people expect him to, the price that I got this at is going to probably look like quite a bargain. So that is the last one. Obviously, I picked up all the big names from that set at this point, except for Julio Rodriguez, whose cards are going for consistently over $1,000 in that autograph. So I need to really figure out what I want to do there, because that one will definitely be a holy grail one for the sake of me completing that set. All right, long video here. Talked for a while. It's late in the evening, so my voice is starting to go. For anyone who made it this far, I really appreciate it. Again, like I said at the top of the video, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. Which cards of this you were most, impressed with or interested in or whatever. I'd love to talk more. Let me know some of the sweet stuff that you guys have picked up. Otherwise, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I think I'm gonna do a small giveaway at 300. I'm 15 away from that. I might do a small giveaway at that. I just did the big one at 250, gave away the hobby box, but I might do something little small, 300, 400, and then do another biggie at 500 if we ever achieve those numbers. Just to keep things interesting, keep things cooking here. But otherwise, appreciate you guys sticking around for the long video again. I'll be back later in the week with some more Series 1. I got one of those super collector's boxes, which look really fun. I got some Leaf Metal Draft. I forget exactly what it's called. Stadium Club Chrome coming. I got a lot of fun stuff coming up over the next few weeks, and then obviously once that SGC order comes back, I'll do a nice little reveal video. So a lot of fun stuff coming in the coming weeks. Otherwise, keep enjoying baseball season, and I will see you guys on the next one. The best is yet to come. Thanks a lot. Take care.